Welcome back, everybody. You know me. I am Folk Raven Bear. I've got Thor here with me, and Bunny's jumping around in the background in his cage. He's got kind of a mess there. He flipped his litter box over again. I kind of did a quick cleanup, but yeah, just try to ignore that. That's the other thing. We are here in my bedroom, oddly enough, because we're going to be talking about bedding today. I got this. This is from Roman Trail Outfitters. It is a self-inflating sleeping pad. I've never used one of these before. Normally I just pile up a bunch of blankets, or even take the one I usually sleep on at home, this like tie bedroll. Might take that with me if we're just going camping like in the state park or anything. But it is a full size. It's a bit bulky to be taking on what we're going to be doing this coming week. Friday we actually go. It looks like we're going to be going, though. It looks like the weather's going to cooperate. So ordered some new equipment from Amazon, stuff that's been on my wish list for a while. I needed a sleeping pad. Most of them that have been recommended to me were fairly expensive, and I had to do things on a budget. I gave myself a budget of about $50. Was able to pick this up, and a new wool blanket and a few other smaller things. I got this in orange. It comes in orange, blue, and green. You always need to check the colors on these things because, oddly enough, the orange was almost like $10 cheaper than the blue, and probably a good $7 cheaper than the green. I guess nobody wants the bright orange. I don't really care. Save me some money, I can get some more stuff, so that's good. But this is probably one of the cheaper self-inflating sleeping pads on Amazon. But it had a pretty good rating. It was like 4 point some stars out of 5. So since, figured we'd try this out, try it out at home, see how it does. I'm actually getting ready for bed. It's about 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm actually up fairly late for me. But so we figured we'd use this at home, sort of a modified version of what we're going to do this weekend, and see how it works for us. So first things first, we got to get my actual bed out of the way. So this is my sleeping setup. It's just this bedroll. I have it kind of rolled up against this because it is a bit too long for the space it's in. It's not a very big room, but it's a nice quiet room, like in the middle of the house. So I just have all these blankets on it. Everything just rolls up into it, except for my neck roll here. It's just a neck roll. It's just inside this pillowcase. I usually just take this with me when I go camping. It is memory foam. It compresses nicely. So we move that out of the way, and then Thor loves this green blanket. I mean, look at him chilling out over there. So Bunny's hanging out behind him. So we're going to pull this blanket off, but the rest of them we're not going to use, and we're going to go ahead and roll this thing up. So this is my bedroll, just kind of sitting up like that. I've got all the blankets seven sided. You can see that would be a bit much to go on a sort of backpacking, bushcrafting trip like we're planning this time. So if we're just going to a state park and we're pulling the car up to where we're going to camp, this thing's great. I just pull out of the car, throw it in the tent. But for what we're doing this weekend, it's not going to work. So we're just going to stand this up, stick it in the corner, and let's go ahead and check out this inflatable sleeping pad. So before we get things going, let's take a look at what we're utilizing. We of course have the Roman Trail Outfitters self-inflated sleeping pad. Saying this a whole lot, but hey, want to know what we're getting into, what we're reviewing. So we have my nice neck roll. This is what I prefer as opposed to pillow. We'll pull it out of here. I keep it in this because it does have a case. The case is white. It'll look dirty real quick, but it does compress down pretty easily. But so we have that. We have Thor's favorite blanket, and then I have two wool blankets here, sort of. The first is a standard wool blanket. This is not the one we'll be taking out with us. Like I said, I did buy a new one. It's a queen size. My plan is to fold that over, and that should be able to double up to go on top of this one. Gets a little bit of cushioning, and then we have that layer of wool underneath us. But then the second one is actually my cape. Part of why I have this thing. Nice heavy wool. Keeps you nice and dry. It's a little dusty. I should probably wash that. But yeah, keeps me nice and warm, nice and dry, rain or snow. But it being a cape and not that robe, it does double as a really nice blanket. This thing's about 2 layers thick. It is heavy. This will keep me nice and warm. So let's go ahead and try and inflate this thing and see how that goes. Alright, so you can see it is nice and packed in there, good and tight. Let's pull it out. They did a fantastic job of getting it in there. I only hope that I can do the same, getting it back out. Got ourselves a nice warranty card. And there we go. There it is laid out on the floor. It is quite a bit shorter than what I'm used to. However, it is not inflated. That will obviously give it a bit more. It's actually really thick. Got this like layer of foam in here. It's pretty nice already. I mean, just that alone, that's about what one of my ISO mats would have been like. A little skinny compared to what we're used to. I don't know if me and Thor can both fit on there, but it'll get us through a couple of nights. And the price point, if we like it, we can go ahead and get another one and then sort of wrap them together inside the big wool blanket to create sort of a double wide one. And with the air in here, let that inflate itself. Let's see how it is. It seems to be fully inflated. It feels nice and firm. I did have to blow some air into it, but that was to be expected. So that's about what it's going to look like. We can stand it up in a minute. I had some people that want to know the thickness of it. There you go. About a little more than an inch. Feels like it's going to be alright. Not quite as luxurious as what I'm used to, but definitely better than just sleeping on a couple of logs. So there you go. We have it standing up. Keep in mind I'm about 5'3", 5'4"-ish. Comes to about here. So you got a good, what, 4 or 5 inches above that. So, you know, I mean, if you're the type of person who curls up when you sleep like I do, you're going to be just fine. But if you're like over 6 feet tall, this might not be the right sleeping pad for you. But can't really recommend it yet because haven't tried sleeping on it. Yeah, oh, hi! That is actually not too bad. I mean, it beats just sleeping directly on the floor. You seem comfy. But, you know, that's not how we sleep, dude. You do it kind of like this. What do you think? You have to leave maybe some of the blanket on the edges for you? I think he likes it. So there we have it with the wool blanket on there. It's actually folded like 4 times, and I think this is just like a twinner and full-size blanket. So that queen-size one I've got coming will definitely be able to work with this. I am got to get another one of these so we have a bit more room for me and Thor. Thor's coming at it. Go ahead, dude. He's getting ready. He's clearly meets his approval, but yeah, we're going to need 2 of these. He may be small, but he does like his space. I mean, you've seen the videos of the kayak. I've got the big kayak and the small kayak, and he does not want to go out with me in the small kayak and like sit on my lap. So this will be cramped, but we'll have to get another one of these, and we'll stick them side by side and put the blanket, wrap the big blanket around both of them, and we should be good. And he's got a little bit of room there. He's doing all right. We just got the big cape over top of us right now. I'm gonna put that green blanket down for him, probably next to it for today. When we're out camping, we'll see how that goes. Let's play that one by ear, but this feels pretty good right now, and I'm plenty warm, but I'm also inside. So we're gonna get some sleep, and we'll see you after that to let you know how this thing holds up for us. And we are back. Just woke up. Slept a good 4.5, 5 hours on this thing. Normally being a night shift guy, that's how it goes. Sleep like 4 or 5 hours, get up for a bit, take a nap. Tonight's not gonna really work that way. That's pretty much gonna be it for me tonight. This guy actually, come here, you. He actually slept next to me, all snuggled up until I rolled over, and he followed me over that way. And then I rolled over the 3rd time. He moved off onto his blanket that I had set aside for him. So he did actually stand this thing next to me really nicely. Seems to really like it. So it gets the Thor seal of approval, and it worked just fine for me. It was not a whole lot different from how I normally sleep. So this is going to be good, I think. We'll see how it does actually out at a campsite. But for now, Thor likes it. I like it. There's a link in the description if you're interested in it, and to Amazon. It's not affiliated or anything. It's just here's where I bought it. So yeah. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.